r/rules horror. Posted by you/Jahorrible26. The Bloody Bride Ritual. Please like and subscribe to support us. Have you ever been cut so deep by a significant it shattered your heart like anti-tank artillery rounds through a glass wall? Or maybe you were the one holding the blade, and want more than anything to make things right? Who knows, maybe you're just one of those lost souls who fear they might never find that special someone. Whatever the reason, there is a way to drastically increase your love luck for life. This could range from things like a phone call from your crush, confessing they have had feelings for you, to things like someone you despise with every cell of your body have eternal bad luck in love, for the more wicked or spiteful of you. Now I'm none to judge. After all, how do you think I know about this ritual? We all have a different desire for love. Whether that's a blessing upon you even Cupid couldn't rival, to a curse upon another so evil only the devil himself could cast, you are sure to get what you want if you do everything right. However, this leads me to one final question: would you risk dying for love? Now, as these things go, there is a specific list of rules needed to be followed in order to start the ritual. They go as listed below. 1. Start at an area where either personal heartbreak was felt, or the heartbreak of someone you know. Keep in mind you don't exactly need to know this person personally. It could be a coworker or even a celebrity as long as the heartbreak was real. 2. Bring something you'd get for your Valentine's, say roses or chocolates, as well as 2 rings. The quality of ring doesn't matter, hell, use one of those plastic spider ones they hand out during Halloween if you want. 3. Be well dressed, and when I say well dressed I mean well dressed. Tuxedos and dresses are most commonly used. 4. Bring something related to the desire you wish for. If this is to bless yourself with good fortune onto yourself, bring an item given to you by the person you wish to be with. Given being a very key word. In terms of how they gave it to you doesn't matter, as long as they know you have possession of it. Same rules apply to someone you wish to put curse onto. If you wish for love with someone you have yet to meet, simply write a letter describing what you'd like in a partner. 5. Do not attempt this on a date of importance to you and a previous lover, even if you aim to get back with or at said lover. 6. Finally, you will have to do this alone. What time of day doesn't matter, but you must be by yourself, so if you chose a public location, it's best to wait for hours nobody will be around. Once you have everything in order, head to your chosen location and wait. Not long after you will see a soft breeze. Blink once and when you open your eyes you will be met with a young woman many have labeled the bridesmaid. From what I've heard, she is different for everyone based on 2 key factors: your sexuality and preference. If you are a straight man, and from what I know homosexual woman, this bridesmaid will entrance you, almost as if putting you under the spell. On top of this, she won't just look stunning, she will look like your perfect dream girl in every detail. From what I know through ear, it seems if you are a straight woman, she will look like what you believe a perfect girl would is, and she will fill you with a jealousy and envy greater than ever before. For homosexual men, from what I've heard, the most common way she seems to affect them as bridesmaid in that situation will be more of a bad influence, trying to convince you love is meaningless. Whatever feelings she makes you feel, don't forget why you are there. You must simply hand her the item of the person you wish to affect, or if you wish to find love from someone you haven't met, give her the letter. If she accepts it, within the blink of an eye, you will be transported to an empty run-down church, standing at the altar. Suddenly an organ will begin to play Here Comes the Bride in a deep tone. Turn to look down the aisle and you'll see an undead woman in a wedding dress stained red from previous participants who failed the rituals, thus being dubbed the Bloody Bride. Now, unlike Tim Burton's sweet, generally put together, and kinda hot corpse bride, the Bloody Bride is a real human corpse, an old one at that. She will be partly mummified. Large chunks of flesh torn up across her right arm, revealing bone, and her left forearm just barely hanging on, swaying in the air by rotting tendons and threads of decayed flesh. Half her face will be completely flayed, a colony of maggots taking residence in her exposed cheek muscles, eating away at them to make their nest. The center of her chest will have a large patch of flesh missing, seemingly due to rot. This reveals her heart, quite literally torn in half. There is much speculation on who she was before, and what turned her into what she was. The general conclusion is something happened to her before her wedding, and it's now your job to make that up to her. This is when things become serious, and extremely dangerous. The slightest slip up and you'll end up another stain on her dress. First, and what should be obvious, don't offend her. No matter how gruesome and butchered she may look, or how vile the odor she produces is, don't show a shred of fear, or disgust. The moment you give even the slightest look of disapproval, she will lunge at you with inhuman speed, shredding and tearing into you. What's left of you will be discovered in shopping bags, maimed to the point you will be unrecognizable, and despite having piles of your DNA, you'll most likely be classified a Jane Doe, if they discover you anyways. If you are able to keep your composure as she makes her way down the aisle, you may continue with the ritual by giving her whatever gift you've brought. This is the one and only safe way to fail the ritual at this point in time. Getting a gift she doesn't seem pleased with and she will simply leave, and you will wake up at the starting point moments later. If you get a gift that will satisfy her, she will reach out her decaying hand, indicating you to place one of the rings brought onto her finger. Sounds simple enough, but keep in mind you are handling a rotting, withering hand. If you put even a little too much pressure, you will snap her finger right off, causing her to go into the same rage as if you were to show disgust in her. If you successfully place the ring onto finger, you will move to the final part of the ritual, your vows. Now this won't be your typical exchange of vows, it's closer to a trail and test. You will not be saying anything, but she will begin to ask questions like, why do you deserve love? Or what makes you think you're good enough for them? No matter how you answer, her response will always be one designed to tear at your mental health and rot away your sanity. Eventually she'll stop asking questions completely, resorting to simply berate and insult you. She'll call you things like worthless and tell you nobody could possibly love you. Don't give her any response other than okay or some variation of it. Make sure you contain your anger and malice. Nothing she says is true, and outlasting her abuse will guarantee that, but if you give in, she's certain to drive you to take your own life. If you do outlast her abuse, eventually she will begin to break down, sobbing uncontrollably, talking about how she was unwanted and unloved. From there it's now your job to comfort her. This sounds easy enough, but after what will feel like hours of tearing you down and driving a figurative blade through your soul, you aren't going to be rushing to make her feel better. Even when you do calm yourself enough to genuinely try, it's not going to be a cakewalk. This will take almost as long as the time she took to obliterate your self-confidence. The test here is simple: don't get annoyed. She will repeat herself, and will do nothing but cry and argue your reassurance. Just keep at it, and stay legitimately supportive. Showing any irritation will cause her to return to her ridicule of you tenfold. If you're able to withstand all these trials, and cheer her up, she will stop her crying, look at you with a smile and thank you. In this moment you will see who the woman was in life. She was soft-spoken, shy even, and actually rather nice, spending at least 5 minutes apologizing for being so rude. From what she says, by some rules of the dead, she's unable to share when or how she died, why she is involved with the ritual, or who she was before she died. All she can give you is her first name, Alice. The way she died wasn't pleasant, and she is both involuntarily and voluntarily participating in this ritual. Spend as much time as you'd like to small talk with her, though keep in mind there's only so many questions you can ask that she's able to share. After you've decided you've finished your conversation, simply tell her it was your pleasure, then thank her. She will then ask you to hold out your hand and close your eyes. Once you do so, you will first feel the other ring brought with you, that she somehow took off you. After that, she will turn your gond over to face your palm towards the sky, and a small, velvet pouch placed in it. Don't open your eyes just yet, wait for her to thank you once more. Once you open them, you'll see you are at the starting point, the small pouch still in your hands. However, if you focus, and open your eyes a few seconds after her words, you may get a glimpse of the young woman before she died, and damn, what a sight it was. Now seeing this or not may play a big role in what's in that pouch. As the pouch contains whatever it is you desire in your love life, the experience you've just went through might have made you rethink about what you really want. This would be your final choice on what it is you get, so close your eyes, visualize hard what it is you want, then open the pouch. Once this is done, you will find yourself home in bed, waking up the next morning. It will take a while for the effects of your reward to give in, so do what you please, it will come naturally. Now I know there are quite a few of different wishes, and different wishes mean different situations in which your wish will appear, but to help you get a better understanding of it, I've broken down some of the most common wishes, and what will occur for it to come true. 1. True love. This is more a suggestion, as this wish acts much like a genie lamp, where you must be very specific with your wish. So when you wish, remember to visualize what you as detailed as possible. For example, if you want true love to last forever, keep that in mind before opening the bag. 2. Winning over a crush/a former lover back. If your wish was to start or rekindle a relationship with someone you know personally, you will either receive a call, or if they don't have your number, a knock on your door. Answer and they will confess their love for you. 3. Cursing a person in their love luck. This one is something you won't notice unless looking for it, as it isn't affecting you, but trust me, the curse has been cast. This is one the whole genie specification comes into play rather big here. especially depending on how bad you hate your enemy, or how twisted your mind can get. For dream partner, this one will require a little bit of work, and that's simply going out to public areas. Try not to think about it, trust me, I know it's hard, but it will never happen if you are looking for it. Like I said, these situations come naturally, or at least not in your power to choose when it happens. It would likely be best to make a list of errands for the day, as this will both keep you out in public, as well as keeping your mind occupied. Once it does happen, it will be a textbook rom-com love at first sight. Things most likely occur on accident. They might trip right into your arms at the supermarket, or maybe you'll be the one getting caught. It really depends on what you want in a partner, and how their personality matches yours. Those are the biggest and most ones, but of course you aren't restricted to choose from these categories. It is ultimately up to what you want with love. And with that, I will leave it there. Do with this information what you will. I'm not gonna sit here and rant about how I wouldn't recommend it, or tell you not to try it. You know the risks, and you know the reward. Whether you can handle it or not is ultimately your choice, and quite frankly it'd make me a hypocrite, but I will ask one more time. Think about it hard, is finding true love worth dying for to you?